Who's ready for a hunt?
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart.
Hey everyone, Lindsay here, and this is my review for The Hunt. The Hunt. This film was originally slated for theatrical release last fall, but there was a lot of political stuff and politically incorrect stuff around this film, so it got pulled from theaters. And then they announced it was going to be released theatrically in March, and then a worldwide pandemic hits and they close all the theaters. I was able to catch this film in the theater before everything got shut down, and I was planning on doing a review for it, but with all the theaters shut down, I couldn't recommend people go see it, and where they are not shut down, I couldn't recommend people go sit in a theater with a bunch of people that could be sick. But a few days ago, the distributor announced that they were going to be releasing this film along with The Invisible Man and I think a couple other ones on video on demand this weekend. So people will be able to see it if they choose to. But enough about that stuff. Let's talk about the film. This is a Blumhouse production. It is darkly comedic. The basic storyline is there's these rich liberal elites who are supposedly gathering up deplorables on this wide expanse of land and hunting them down like animals. That's the basic storyline, at least what you get from the trailer.
Every year, a bunch of elites kidnap normal folk like us. Where'd they get you from? Wyoming?
Mississippi.
Orlando. And hunt us.
It stars Emma Roberts, Ike Barinholtz, Betty Gilpin, Hilary Swank, and a couple other character actors sprinkled in here and there. Overall, I did enjoy this film. I didn't know quite what to expect. I didn't really listen to all the hubbub surrounding it when it first got pulled from theaters. I watched the first trailer and that was it. So I was kind of expecting something along, you know, Surviving the Game, Deadly Prey. You know, this is a story that has been told before, so I was hoping they would put some kind of twist on it to make it stand out and make it different and make it special. And they did that for the most part. This film isn't what people kind of made it out to be and why some people got so upset over it. It's kind of an indictment about how we treat each other, especially online. But for me, I didn't enjoy this film for its social commentary or anything like that, because it can be a little ham-handed at times. What I enjoyed this film for was that it was just pure escapist fun. It's violent, it's fast-moving, it's got some really, really funny parts. And there were several parts, especially the first half hour, where my jaw just dropped because because it does things that you're really, really not expecting it to do, which is nice. And it also wastes no time getting into the action. There's no huge setup or anything like that. You discover things as the characters are discovering them.
We pay for everything, so this country belongs to us.
For me, the ending has a great fight scene, but is a little underwhelming as far as wrapping up the complete storyline. You don't get 100% satisfaction at the end, in my opinion. But I had a ton of fun watching this movie. Like I said, there's some parts that are very, very surprising that really take you off guard. So I would recommend, if you didn't have time to catch it in the theater before they shut everything down, to go ahead and pay, I think they're charging like 20 bucks or something like that. Download it this weekend, watch it, it's a good time, especially because we're all cooped up at home anyway for the most part. It's a good little escapist film. And it's a lot of fun. And Betty Gilpin fucking kicks ass. I only had a limited knowledge of her and the stuff she's done before, but she kicks ass and she does a really good job. with all the fight choreography and the weapons handling, and she's very believable as this character, and you really root for her. Her performance is very much like the Man with No Name type of performances, because we don't really know a lot about her or who she is or where she came from, and she does not say very much. She does not have a lot of dialogue in this film at all. So I think it's a very cleverly written character, because it's not your typical female character that would be in this type of film. She's believable in what she's doing. And one question that I kind of want to ask all of you out there, because I would love to know your thoughts on this. This film being released early on video on demand, as well as Invisible Man and the other ones, kind of sparked up a little bit of a debate on Twitter about more films like this being released video on demand the same time they are released into theaters, or instead of being released into theaters. And there was a lot of push towards going towards that model. I personally do not like that. I could see, a shorter time between theatrical release and streaming release, but movie houses and movie theaters are struggling enough that I think something like this would kind of be the final nail in the coffin. And to me, there is no better way to experience a film than going and seeing it in the theater. There are so many films that the impact of it is so lessened watching it on a television at home. You need to see it in the theater, in the dark, with that sound system and that giant screen and that entire experience. And I think if we lose that, then we lose something very vital to the process of film watching and film going and filmmaking as well. But if you have an opinion on that, put it below in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on that are.
So it's true.
We're being hunted.
But that is going to do it for this review. So until next time, this is Lindsay signing off. I'll check you later.